I apologize, you guys. There's gonna be some changes, and next week, probably no grocery haul. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, tips for all shades of mom life. And in today's video, I am bringing you a combined grocery haul of a Walmart grocery pickup and then a trip inside of H.E.B for the things that I couldn't get from Walmart. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I mentioned in my Costco video that if you guys missed, I'll link up above for you guys to check out, but we did end up picking up a secondhand refrigerator. We really just needed to do that. My husband and I sat down and we had a very long discussion. There's going to be quite a few changes on the channel because we have to make some changes in order to accommodate our family right now. Me homeschooling the kids and doing the things I need to do here has become priority, and so my schedule is just so off kilter. It's breaking my heart. I'm definitely in a funk because of that, and so I apologize if things seem a little inconsistent, but we did say that we needed to do as much as we can to stay in, even if it means not even leaving once a week for essentials. It is ridiculous. And you know, when I watched Vanessa over at Lemonade Mom, she said that when she goes out to the grocery store, she panics a little bit and she does this like panic mode of shopping, and that she has this like form of anxiety. And I didn't really understand her until this last trip out to the store. So I went to Walmart and I put a bunch of stuff in my car, as much that I could, and then I went to Costco. And whatever I couldn't get from Costco, I left in my car, and what I could get from there, I just took out of my Walmart cart. There was no reason for me to double up. And then I waited with my fingers crossed to see what exactly I was going to get from Walmart. And then there was only one substitution and 2 out of stock items, so it really wasn't that bad, but there was still a ton of stuff that I couldn't even put in my cart to begin with because Walmart said they were out of stock. So I knew from there I was gonna have to go to H.E.B. And when I walked inside of H.E.B, you guys, I panicked. I spent a little bit more in H.E.B than I probably should have because I walked in there and it scared me. Like, I've been doing my best to not go outside and see the world, but there's a cop standing outside the door counting the amount of people that go in. And then when you go inside and you see everybody with masks and we're in the South where there's supposed to be this sense of Southern hospitality. I'm from New York, where you're known to be hard and rough around the edges, and I came down here to where the South is supposed to be full of hospitality. I started in South Carolina and then I came here, and I really did have that sense of feeling, except right now, the people don't even want to stand close to you. Obviously, we're trying to social distance, but you're looked at like an alien because everybody's so afraid. It's just bizarre because it's nothing that we're used to. And then you panic. I had gloves on, I have a mask on, I'm sanitizing everything. I'm scared to touch anything. It's like a whole new world. And I know that we're all feeling it and we're all experiencing it, but I finally understood what she meant when I walked in there because I panicked. The world looks scary, and I just threw everything in my cart that I possibly couldn't get from Walmart, didn't get from Walmart, still wanted, that never even tried to get, like threw a whole bunch of stuff in my cart and said that's it. So I was able to make a meal plan for 3 weeks, and I'm hoping that's how long I'm gonna be able to stay out of the stores. Maybe some milk and produce, but for the most part, that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm only gonna share with you this week's meal plan, and I think next week I may do what Vanessa did because it was literally an ingenious idea and I loved it. But I love the concept of her pulling everything out of her fridge, freezer, and pantry and putting on the table what she was going to use for that week's meal plan. So it was kind of like re-grocery shopping, stuff you had already seen, but it coincided with her meal plan. So it still made sense. It wasn't really like a grocery haul. It was more or less shopping her fridge and freezer and pantry to make that meal plan, but it was ingenious in my opinion because it was still sharing with you guys what we share every week at that meal plan and that grocery haul, but just doing it in a different way where we're not pulling additional groceries from the outside. So fingers crossed, like I said, that we make it through and we don't need anything else. But I'm gonna take you down to the counter. I'm gonna show you what I got at Walmart's grocery pickup, at H.E.B, and then we'll just get into this week's meal plan. Okay, you guys, there it is, your last quick overview for at least 2 weeks. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can go into that 3rd week with just getting some things like minimal produce and milk, because I'm pretty sure that between Walmart and H.E.B, I've pretty much got us covered. So I'm going to start with Walmart over here. We'll do the countertop first, then we'll hop into what's down below, and then we'll get into H.E.B, which is over there, and then the few things that are down below. But of course, I have my produce put out here first. Pineapples were still $1.50, so I keep grabbing them, and they've been good and ripe. So got that, got some celery, got a bag of whole carrots. I need this for a recipe. And then I got a bag of green onions, just one of those Dilly Snap pickles for Jacob, but I got another jar of pickles, so he should be fine. And then just one cucumber. We barely used cucumbers last week, so I still have one from last week, and we'll have this long one, and that should be fine. I don't want to have bad produce, so I'm going to do the best I can with what I need just for the few weeks. And then I got some of the cut and peeled baby carrots. I'm going to use that for dog food and recipes. And then just 4 bananas. We have a few bananas in the freezer for smoothies, plus I just bought that smoothie pack from Costco, so this will just be like for the 2 little ones to eat on. Another watermelon. They're going to be digging this, and next week they're going to miss it because I've been getting a watermelon once a week, but again, I'm not going to go back next week. And I didn't want to buy 2 because I didn't want to push it with it being sour and waste my money, so just 1. And they're going to have to deal 1 10-pound bag of potatoes, which should be more than enough between that and the potatoes that I got from Costco. 2 heads of green leaf romaine lettuce, 1 that we'll use this week and 1 for next week. 1 small bag of yellow onions, just 1 head of broccoli, but we still have some in the freezer and in the fridge, so this should do us just fine. And only 1 thing of those Simply Sweet Campari tomatoes, because they do not last more than a week, so I would have been wasting my money again. So just got 1 of those. I got 1 jar of pizza sauce, and that is to make pizzas and strombolis and stuff on Friday for Good Friday. I don't want to use my own personal meat sauce because it would be, you know, full of meat. And so I just got regular pizza sauce for that. And then I know that we have some containers, but they were advertising again for $2.50, the larger container. But again, I didn't get the 25% more. It's just what's pictured on the app. So I thought that I was getting a good deal, but I didn't. So $2.50 for the Country Time, and then $2.50 for the Tropical Punch Kool-Aid. But again, I was hoping for that 25% more and couldn't get it. I got the Sister Schubert's dinner yeast rolls. Those are for Easter. I was just about to say Thanksgiving. That's for Easter. 1 pack of hot dog rolls, since I finally got hot dogs, and then 1 pack of slider buns. That was one of my substitutions I tried for the Hawaiian, and they gave me the Sara Lee, but that's not a big deal at all. Now, here are some of the things I was afraid I wasn't going to get, and I was really glad that I was able to get it, and I'm glad that I went early because I don't think I would have gotten it. They had it at Costco, but I already had it in my Walmart cart, and I had already checked out, so my fingers were crossed that I was going to get it and not have to find it anywhere else, which I was lucky enough to do that. So I got a Sam's Choice boneless spiral cut honey cured double glazed ham. So it's already sliced and everything, and it just comes with the glazed packet that I'm going to throw on top when you heat it up in the oven. And then this is a lamb breast. So I've actually never seen lamb breast before. I either get lamb chops or we get leg of lamb. So I'm not even sure what a lamb breast is. It has some bones here on the back, almost like rib bones. So like, I'm not exactly even sure what kind of meat the lamb breast is. Again, I've never had it before, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna cut it like I would like country style ribs almost. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up the lamb breast, but this was all that they were able to give me at Walmart, so I am not complaining. I like my lamb on Easter, so I will take it. Got 1 thing of pepperoni, that's to make pizzas, and then 1 thing of French vanilla creamer because I got a few other little creamers, so this will just be for Daryl, and then me and Jake and, you know, whatever can just use the little container. So 1 of the Great Value French vanilla for Daryl, and then 2 gallons of 2% milk. We have a gallon we just opened, so that should be more than enough. If I have to go out for milk, that would be it, but I think I'm going to do my best to make this stretch for the full 2 weeks. Got one of the kids' Chobani Gimmies, the yogurt that has the strawberry and grape inside. And then I got one of the toasted marshmallow mocha of the small creamers. I like threw a bunch in my cart because sometimes I would put it in there and then it bounces right back out. I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing that with the Walmart grocery pickup, but you'll hit add and then it'll show you that it's going to give you one, but then it bounces back out. Or I'll fill my cart and then wait till midnight to check out, and when I go to check out, there'll be a bunch of items already out of stock that I put in my cart. So sometimes I've just been throwing stuff in, and if I get it, I get it. So the toasted marshmallow mocha was one of them. I wanted the caramel H.E.B. They didn't have it, so this is the only like chocolate substitute for those chocolate coffees that I have. And then I still have all those coconut coffees from my mother-in-law from Christmas time, so I saw the coconut cream one and I picked that up for those ones. And then some heavy whipping cream, another jar of pickles for the kiddos. Jake said the Clausen were good, but he liked the Vlasic, so I got those this time. 2 packs of brown gravy for the Mississippi chicken, a small thing of cream cheese, just a double pack. I got one of those Main Street Kitchens of the cheddar mac and cheese with bacon for Jake. And then I also got him one of the spaghetti and meat sauces. This was only $1. And then the creamy Vermont mac and cheese bowl. So he should have, you know, some choices there. 1 jar of peanut butter and 1 jar of jelly. Of course, I had to get my Stella Rosa in the red for Easter dinner. Absolutely love that wine. I'm truly obsessed. 1 of the Honeycrisp organic Great Value apple juices. And then this I threw in my cart because they have not had Jake's Pop-Tarts for 3 weeks. So every time I keep trying, they just don't have them. And this is the chocolate cupcake flavor. He's never had this before, but I feel like he would like it. And it was literally the only kind of Pop-Tart that I thought he would eat. Not that he needs it, but I know that it's something he enjoys, and not for weeks has he had it. So I'm gonna cross my fingers that he liked that one. And then I did get some Totino's pizza rolls for Easter, probably like appetizer-y stuff to pick on during the day. And I got the 5-pound bag of the crinkle cut fries. Since, like I said, I'm not gonna go back for a couple of weeks, I can portion this out and use this for 1 meal a week for the next couple. I got Daryl some squeeze cheese. You guys, I don't think Daryl had squeeze cheese since we went to that concert and stayed in the hotel, and that was a year ago this coming up week. I know I haven't bought it since I lived here, so I am excited to give him this in his little Easter basket stuff because I know how much he enjoys that. I got a thing of Parm cheese. This was one of my other substitutions. I asked for the regular size double stuff, but they only had family size. I'm sure no one's going to complain, but the kids want to crush these up and make it look like dirt for the top of our bunny cupcakes, because the bunnies have little carrots that go into the top of the cupcake, so it almost makes it look like the carrots coming out of the dirt. So the kids want to put Oreo cookie crumbles on top. So I got that for that. And then 1 box of Ritz crackers. And then I believe that's it for up here. That was Walmart. And then down below, I just got some drinks. So I picked up another 6-pack of those Brisk. They're still $2.50. I swear that's like 6 months now that they've been on rollback, so to say, for $2.50. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what the price of those are. And then I just picked up 2 12-packs of soda, just the generic orange and the generic cream, just as extra choices in the drink cooler. And then I got some of the Totino's party pizza. There's 4 of the combination pizzas in there, and that's just to have some extra pizza to throw into the freezer. I didn't get any of those like big round ones or anything. I just got some of the Totino's. And then I got some cocktail shrimp. That's for Easter. I'm really excited about this. Jake will eat this with me too, but I pretty much will kill this by myself. So those look delicious. And then this was the only ice cream pack that I could get. I wanted a variety pack. Otherwise, I was buying, you know, those individual boxes, which is fine when you're going once a week. But if you want to make it so you don't have to go out, it's easier to do something like this. And this is the only one that I could find. But it's a 32 pack and there's 12 of the chocolate eclairs, 8 of the cones, and then 12 of the strawberry shortcake. So that'll last us a good long while, which is perfect. And then I did get another thing of the family pack of chips. We still have like a bag or two, but again, trying to stock up. So got that. And then I think that was it for Walmart, you guys. And I'll put the total right here on the screen. I'm not sure what my total checkout was, but I think it was around $190 or something like that. So again, I'll put the total right here for you. And then this was H.E.B. and this was $142, you guys. And that really surprised me because I had a minimal list going in there. At least I thought that I did. I had some stuff that were out of stock at Walmart, and so I left Walmart and drove right to H.E.B. to get my out of stock items. And then there were some things that just weren't on the app at all. So I tried to get them here, and then I saw some extra things. Of course, that's what happens when you go inside the store, right? That I ended up picking up. So I did get a couple more of these meals for Jake. I thought about it, and again, if we're trying to bunker down, maybe just getting a few wasn't really enough. And so I actually saw this one first, which is the Boston Market beefsteak and pasta. It just reminded me of a stroganoff, which Jake really enjoys. So I got that for him, and then I got this one for Daryl. This is the one I tried to pick up last time, but I accidentally got the 5 alarm. So I got the corn chip Texas street eats. This is just like an H.E.B. one. So I got that one for Daryl. And then when I was getting this one and this one out of the refrigerator, like they were side by side, this one fell down at my feet, and I was like, all right, it's just talking to me. Jake loves his bacon mac and cheese, and so this is just H.E.B.'s brand of a sharp cheddar mac and cheese with bacon. So plenty of little like snacky kind of meals for when we're not doing lunch all together. And then cinnamon rolls were something I could not get on the app at Walmart, and I wanted the Grands ones because I saw something cute on Pinterest where you do one cinnamon roll and then you take another one and you use pieces to make ears like a rabbit, and then it looks like, you know, a rabbit head. So I thought that would be something we could do for Easter morning. And then I couldn't get pizza dough at Walmart either, and this is the only pizza dough that H.E.B. had. So I got 2 of the refrigerated Pillsbury pizza crusts for making calzones, and then here is the ricotta cheese that I also couldn't get at Walmart that I put on my H.E.B. list because you can't have baked ziti or calzones without that. So got that for that. And then I got 2 of these jumbo flaky like biscuits, and I'll show you why I got those in just a second. So I got that. And then Walmart did not have buttermilk, so I got buttermilk because I will need ranch if we're stuck in the house for that long. And then this was something else that was out of stock at Walmart. They had the ones that I normally get. They're called Frosty Paws, and they're peanut butter flavored like little ice cream cups. But I got these ones at H.E.B. because they were a little cheaper than the Frosty Paws. Again, Walmart didn't have them. When I went into H.E.B, I saw that there was a different style, and my pups have never had these, but it's Dottie's birthday next week, and so I just picked those up as a little treat for the dogs to have some little ice cream, doggy ice cream kind of cups. And then Rebel I can only get at H.E.B, and so I got the coffee chip for myself. And then I also did get myself some rice pudding. Sorry, not sorry. But I also got the little cups as opposed to getting like one of those big containers that I got from Trader Joe's, because this makes it a heck of a lot easier just to portion myself out by eating just a little cup. And then I did get myself some Too Good yogurts. They had none on the Walmart app, so I got some at H.E.B, and I just got 1 of the vanilla, 1 black cherry, and 1 coconut. I love those. I got 1 thing of the fresh mild salsa. I think I'm going to do the chicken fiesta that I do in the crock pot. It's really good. It's like salsa and beans and cream cheese and cheddar cheese, and then you chicken, and you just like let that stew all day in the crock pot, and you mix it up all together, and it makes like a really delicious Tex-Mex kind of night. So I got that for that. And then I picked up some of these little smokies. I haven't got these in a while. I usually get these only for holiday time, but I thought with those biscuits that I got here, like these ones, I thought if I made little pigs in a blanket, I thought these would be be really good for a lunch. Like I could just make this whole package and everybody would eat on that for a lunchtime. So I got that, and then I got regular hot dogs. So I got those ones from Costco, but you guys, I did not realize how big that they were until I was talking to you guys on camera, and then I started looking at them, and when I was putting them away, I was like, this is crazy. They're not gonna fit in a hot dog bun. Like they're so crazy big, and they're not like a lunch. That's definitely more of a dinner, and I wanted hot dogs for a lunch, so I got this as a lunch option, which these are our favorite. It's the Oscar Mayer Natural Angus Beef. If I can't get Sabrett, comment down below and tell me if you know what Sabrett hot dogs are. That's like a more of an up north kind of thing, but my grandfather used to run a little hot dog truck, like those little trucks that are parked on the side. He used to have one of those, and they only sold Sabrett, and it would have Sabrett sauerkraut and the onions and the hot dogs, and they were so delicious. And I grew up a snob with hot dogs because of his hot dog truck. But since I've been living in places between South Carolina and here that didn't sell Sabrett hot dogs, I fell in love with the Oscar Mayer Natural brand. So I like these, but I haven't been able to find them. So I picked these up for a lunch, and then we'll just use those giant hot dogs for some kind of dinner. I did pick up a bag of chicken wings because I got more of the hot sauce, and oh, you know what? I don't think you guys saw that. Did I say Frank's Red Hot back here? I don't think I did. I think I talked about the pickles and the gravy, and I said peanut butter and jelly and wine, but I don't think I showed you guys the Frank's Red Hot. Anyways, we were out of that for making that freezer meal that used the buffalo sauce. I finished off my buffalo sauce, and we've been craving those bee sting wings. They were wings that Daryl and I had at a bar in South Carolina when we were doing date night and living there. We went to a bar and we had these wings called bee sting, and it was just a little bit of honey and hot sauce on these wings, and they were so, so good. And the last time I made wings, we were out of buffalo sauce because I used the rest of it for that freezer meal. So I picked up more of that, and then got some wings so that we can do the bee sting wings. And then ground beef has been really hard to come by. So I could have gotten ground beef from Costco, but it was only those 3. I can hear my kid laughing at himself upstairs. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. I could have gotten those 3 portioned sections that Costco has, the organic ones. They're like £1 and a third, but it was like $20, and it just wasn't conducive for me to buy that. So I was fingers crossed I was able to get it at H.E.B, and I was able to. So I got 2 packages of ground beef, and now that's more than enough to keep me in for a while. And then no chicken nuggets at Costco. They only had the tenderloins again, which was really annoying. And Walmart had no chicken nugget options that I liked either. And so I've been seeing these on the Ibotta app, and I had never been able to find them, at least at Walmart, which is where I do a majority of my shopping. And so these are the Tyson air fried chicken breast nuggets. So it says perfectly crispy. I air fry them anyways, but they almost look like KFC, like the way they're battered and nugget-ish. I don't know, they look really good. So I thought that if I didn't use these for the kids, that I can do those KFC bowls, because I haven't done those in a really long time. And I thought I could use this chicken, or I still have those chicken breast tenderloins in there that I can cut up and use those little pieces. He is cracking me up, I can't. So I picked those up, and then I also picked up the fish fillets. I thought that was good for a lunch for my kids too. They will tear up some fish sticks, but I always seem to overcook fish sticks, and then they come out like these little hard burnt crispy sticks. But it's a lot harder to burn the big fish fillets. So I got those, and I can still cut them up on the plate because my kids will eat that. And then while I was in H.E.B, I tried to find Jake's Pop-Tarts, and they had them, but only the little box. So if he doesn't like that big box, he has this little box. But now we're done on Pop-Tarts. Like, that's it. Don't even ask me for a month. Like, you're good. You got what you need. And I might even put this in his Easter basket because it's that much of a special treat for him. So got that for him. And then I did get him some cereal. I got the little kid cereal from Costco, but he is such a brat when it comes to that stuff. He won't eat any of it. Like, if it's healthy, if it's a healthy Pop-Tart, if it's a healthy cereal, Jake, it's his sensory issues. He just negates it. So Fruit Loops and marshmallows is what he was able to get. The cereal aisle was like only half an aisle, which is what I'm not used to seeing. They had a lot less cereal than normal. But picked that up for him. That was the only one I saw he would really love. And then H.E.B had a jumbo coconut shrimp, and so I picked that up because I love that. If they do like a fish day, I'll do that, or maybe I'll make that for Easter. I'm not sure. I got that cocktail shrimp, so I might not do that. And then H.E.B has that strawberry banana yogurt, and they really like that in the gimmies, but you saw the one from Walmart is only strawberry and grape. So this a new flavor. Every time I go to H.E.B and I see it, I just scoop that up for the kids. This is actually for my dad. I'm sending a scratch off on top of a piece of candy for each one of my family members. My mom already sent like a big box here for the kids for Easter. And again, I think I mentioned in my Costco video, this is the first time I've ever been away from my parents for Easter in all of my life, because we always work together for the holidays. So we're going to send away a little box to them, just a little care package, letting them know that we love them. And my mom said that my dad is currently obsessed with peanut M&Ms. So while I was online at H.E.B, I saw them. I grabbed 2 packages. I'm going to stick a scratch off ticket to that and send it off. And the other candy I have for my family, I got from the Dollar Tree. So got that. And then I did grab another bag of carrots, and I forgot that I put them in my cart. Please excuse my dirty pan that's in my sink, but hey, kudos. It's the only dirty thing besides 1 cup in my sink, so there's that. But yeah, ignore that. So I forgot that I put it in my Walmart cart, but that's okay because I have soup in mind to use all that chicken broth and turkey broth and all that stuff. I intend to make soup, so I'll need some carrots. Usually I get that mirepoix from Trader Joe's, but I will need carrots for that. And then I'm also thinking about making a carrot cake. I love carrot cake, and my grandmother always used to have carrot cake and stuff for Easter. I don't know if anybody else would eat it. I thought about making it and sharing it with you guys. It's a little late to share it in time for Easter. That was silly of me. I wish I would have thought of that ahead of time, but I've never made that. So maybe I'll make like carrot cupcakes or carrot cake muffins, like something I could freeze and frost later. I don't know. I really want to try it. I love carrot cake, and I have raisins on hand and everything else that I would need to make it. So I have extra carrots now. While we're stuck home, I just may bake my little life away. And then Walmart had a no orange juice, which is fine because they had the big containers at H.E.B and these were on sale. So I just grabbed 2 of them. One can go in the extra fridge, and then one we can use in here. And I bought that champagne, the Prosecco, at Costco, and so I want to make mimosas on Easter morning, and I'm going to need the orange juice for that. And then last but not least, they had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamer again, and I told you guys the creamer is like so hard to come by. I throw it in my cart, and then it's most of the time Walmart doesn't give it to me. I was in luck this time with all of that. So if we're in for a couple of weeks, we have the abundancy of creamer that we need. And then you guys, I found toilet paper. H.E.B actually had quite a few selections. I mean, I was there way early in the morning, but not what I love, and I didn't know what to buy. They had Charmin, they had Cottonelle, they had Angel Soft, and then that was it. And I'm a Scott's girl. Like, I've never used anything else in my life. I'm totally struggling right now with the toilet paper that we have just because I'm not used to it. I don't know if that's silly. Is that silly? Do you get accustomed to something and then like in your mind you're like just so used to that nothing else feels right? I don't know. Maybe I have a sensitive bum. I'm not sure, but I love my toilet paper, and so I just went with the Angel Soft. I could have gotten like the big Mama Jamma 36 pack. It was like $26 or something, and I was like, you know what, we're down to those 4 rolls that I got from Grove, and I got 2 of these little mini rolls again when I went to the Dollar Tree. And so this is it. We're done. We have everything that we need. This will last us a couple of weeks with, like I said, those rolls from Grove and what I got from the DT on a spur of the moment, just in case that I couldn't get something anywhere else. And, you know, we're going to deal. So we got toilet paper. That's all that matters, right? Right. And then Persil. Walmart didn't have Persil either. I almost was going to buy Gain again, which, you know, I was a Gain girl. I rocked that for a whole decade plus. Loved me some Gain, but I don't know if I'm going to be stuck home with a bunch of people in the house and we're not going anywhere and we have to smell each other. I want our clothes to smell amazing, and there's nothing better than the Intense Fresh of, oh my goodness, this is not the Intense Fresh. It's purple though. And it says deep clean. They tricked me. Oh my goodness, you guys, if I sniff this right now and it's not what I need, then I don't know. No, it's not the right one. Do you see what happens when I talk to you guys? I figure so much stuff out. And let me tell you, I forgot laundry detergent when I went into H.E.B. I put everything in my car and I was like, dang it, it's the only thing I forgot to look for. And I went back in only for that. And I like walked in on a mission with my gloves and my mask and I was like, no, I'm going in for the thing. And I saw the purple and I grabbed it and I left and now I want to cry. All right, well, I hope that the detergent that I have will last me until I can go back to the store to return this because I really am a snob and I don't want to use that because it doesn't smell as good. I would have gotten gain. All right, well, now we just ended that on that note, but that is it for all of my trip to Walmart and to H.E.B. and the struggle is real, you guys. I hate this COVID. All right, let's do the meal plan. All right, you guys, so here is the meal plan from April the 13th through April the 19th. Again, we are behind, so this is something I was supposed to post for you guys earlier in the week and then just never did. So hopefully next week's meal plan I'll post like midweek, and by the following week I'll post the meal plan back on Mondays so that we're caught up, but I'm not flooding you guys with grocery stuff because I hate doing that. So on Monday we did leftovers from Easter. We had tons of ham left and the lamb came out really, really, really good. I found a bunch of stuff on Pinterest on how to cook it and it came out delicious. So I was glad that we were able to do that. Plus the ham and everything else, it did just come out really good. So we had leftovers on Monday, and then on Tuesday we did beef stroganoff with cream corn and salad. I don't think I have a cooking video for my cream corn, but I know I do for the beef stroganoff. I just think my cream corn is in my cookbook, not a video. So I'll link the beef stroganoff up above and down below if you guys want to check that out. And then on Wednesday, we did the honey garlic chicken. That was one of those crock pot meals that I did with Vanessa. It was okay, but I feel like I just didn't like the flavor after it had been marinating for so long like that. I don't know. I wasn't really a huge fan. I kind of had to put some sweet and sour sauce on it to finish it up. It was really good the first time. I just, for whatever reason, I wasn't really a fan that much this time. But I did make my fried rice, which that I think I have a cooking video for. So I can link that down below as well as that honey garlic chicken recipe. But I just made the chicken and the rice and I didn't feel like that was enough for all of us. So on Daryl's way home, he stopped at Panda Express. They have a drive-through. And so he just got a few egg rolls, some lo mein, and a few of the cream cheese rangoons because I absolutely love those. We spent like 15 bucks in the drive-through and it was just nice to do that on the side. You guys will see that clip in a What's for Dinner video, but it was really good. And then on Thursday, we did chicken soup. So I had some bacon that I wanted to use up, and so we just did BLTs with chips, and then I had so many carcasses in the freezer and broth, and I had veggies that needed to be used, so we just made a big pot of chicken soup. We used leftover rice from the night before. I made steamed rice in the pressure cooker and then turned that steamed rice into fried rice, but I didn't need all of what I cooked, so I saved the leftover and that's what I threw in the soup the next day, and it turned out perfect. So for Friday, we did corned beef in the crock pot. That was absolutely delicious. Last night, I took the potatoes that I put in it. This is another one of those meals that I did in the crock pot with Vanessa. And this one, I did it like two separate ways. One, I cooked right then and there that I used to make Reubens. And then this was another one that I put together that was meant to be like a complete dinner in the crock pot. And this one was so good because the potatoes and the onions and the carrots and everything were in it. And I took all those potatoes and everything out after I cooked the corned beef, and I stuck it on a sheet pan and I put it on broil, and I got it all like crispy, the potatoes and stuff, and then I put that under my corned beef with that Thousand Island dressing, almost like I did when I did the Reuben without the bread. Holy cow, you guys, it was so good. You'll see that in the What's for Dinner clip too, but I love me some corned beef. Like, love it, love it, love it. I was like channeling my inner St. Patrick's Day, and we did get some disappointing news yesterday. The schools here in Texas have closed for the rest of the year, which I knew was going to happen anyways, but my kids are devastated because they didn't get to say goodbye to friends or their teachers or anything. It's officially summer, but not, because we still have to do schoolwork at home. So I don't know. It's just a lot to take on. And then I'm filming this literally just a few minutes before you guys are seeing this. So again, I apologize for this being super, super late. But today we're just doing something simple, hot dogs and mac and cheese. I have those mega hot dogs from Costco, and I think I'm going to do those for the adults and then just the smaller ones for the kids. This way I can save half for a lunch for them, and then the other half they can have tonight with those big hot dogs, and I think that'll be fine. And I have leftover sauerkraut that I defrosted to have with my corned beef yesterday, so I can put that on my hot dog. Yum, yum, yum. And then we'll just do that with mac and cheese. And I never made carrot cake, so I have a bunch of those carrots left over, so I'm just going to make some glazed carrots for on the side. And then tomorrow we're going to do a chicken parm hero. So I have some chicken. I think I'm just going to make a bunch of fried cutlets, and I'll defrost some of the sauce that I have in the freezer, and I'll just make one giant hero. And then generally when I do that, I end up with some chicken left over, which I'll use for next week, and I'll do like chicken Caesar salad wraps or something like that. So we'll definitely get, you know, some extra use out of this. And then I'm also going to do a bunch of meal prep, so you guys will see that in an upcoming video as well. And that is it, you guys. So thank you so much for your patience and all of your kind words, constantly motivating me and keeping me forward. This video was literally filmed in 3 separate sittings. So I did the grocery portion of this video. That was filmed the Thursday before Easter. And then a week later on Thursday, I filmed that intro. And then now today on Saturday, I'm filming this. So I am all over the place, but I'm doing the best I can. I love you guys so much and all of your support. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.